Hello everyone and welcome to the GamePad Report for February 2022. We are giving you the latest updates for GamePad and the mayamada universe. I am the mayamada co-founder Nigel.
I am Tazziii, content creator and GamePad host.
And GamePad is our community event promoting inclusion and diversity in the video games industry. So we run online and soon to be again in-person real-world events. We also host regular discussions with games professionals and give young people an opportunity to gain valuable work experience. And we're going to be doing a bunch of that even more this year. So we were just talking about really the only video game story in town, Xbox, Activision, Blizzard, you know the rest. If you'd like to hear that full discussion in the GamePad Report, become a Studio 77 member to get the extended report video, plus access to events and mayamada artwork. Or you can join us here live where we record the stories and you can see all the behind the scenes of us putting this together. So before we get into GamePad updates, let's get started with this month's industry pro tip. Each month, we like to highlight some advice from a creative professional that has come up from a GamePad interview, a panel, or on our Story X Story podcast. So the tip for this month comes from Dan Bernardo, who is the founder of Playtra Games, a studio based here in London. So I spoke to Dan as part of our New Year GamePad Online event. And as I do, ask people about their journey. So Dan was talking about his journey from Brazil to this country, how he came from the C-level tech startup world into founding his own studio, talking about inclusion in games. And I asked for some advice, like things that he had learned. And he threw out a bunch of good stuff. So I recommend people check out the interview, which we'll put in the description. But he did say specifically about things he'd learned is to keep learning and having fun with your team is probably the main thing that I've learned. And the second one that I've learned is that I know absolutely nothing. I honestly know nothing. I think what we got from that is the key is like entering spaces and knowing that you have more to learn. So that's a good place to be, I feel. So I don't know what you think about that, Tazziii.
I think it's a really good thing to do. Just being like open and not worrying. I think what's quite what I like about that bit of advice is it's not dependent on like your level of where you are. Like we've always got something to learn. I think I mentioned it in our meeting yesterday, is that you can take in like inspiration from other people, even if I'm like higher up on the food chain of it, not but like in terms of position in a company, even if I'm higher up, like just there's so much to gain from everyone in a team. That's why it's a team. Like it doesn't matter. Essentially, like you just have a role, and it just so happens that if you're a leader in that role, your role is just to make sure everything is together rather than to be the person that knows everything.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. And yeah, I know that from experience. Yeah, you can always learn. There's always more to learn, and
There's always more to learn. Yeah, and everyone has a different view, everyone has a different perspective, and someone else might be able to see something that you can't, or just have that little gem of information that is the bit missing in all your wealth of knowledge. Even if you are someone that has a lot of knowledge, there's always more. And the world, especially in gaming, everything's always changing. Like we run off technology that's constantly evolving. You can't possibly know everything because not everything is in existence yet.
Yeah. Everything's changing.
Yeah, and that other person might have learned it before you. So, yeah, very important. So, and even more in games or tech.
Yeah, so if that bit of advice resonated with you, definitely check out the full interview. And yeah, like I say, our other GamePad Online interviews for amazing discussions with creative professionals. Tazziii, what do we have coming up for this month?
We have sorted out our next headline event. which will be Saturday, the 9th of April, which will be live on Twitch. So if you want to join us for GamePad, that is when it's going to be. Put in your diaries ready. We're going to have friendly fire competitions, industry interviews, like the one that quote was just from, and giveaways. It will be hosted by me. And you can sign your team up today by joining the Discord and giving us a shout. So if you want to take part in GamePad, you want to be one of the teams, let us know. Join our Discord. We'll be streaming another round of industry interviews to bring you closer to the people who bring us the games that you enjoy. And the tickets are free, and we will be doing a giveaway in our Discord for anyone that does have a ticket. So make sure you join us live for that. Again, 9th of April. We have a cool campaign coming up. We're launching a campaign in a week and a bit too.
In less than, by the time this video goes out.
Yeah.
On YouTube.
Oh yeah.
In a few days.
In a few days. In a few days, we're launching a campaign that's promoting diversity and inclusion in the video game industry. So look out for the live stream. That's going to be on Saturday, the 5th of February, where we'll be giving you the full details. We've been working on this for a while, so very excited. Very excited to finally be able to talk about it. Finally! And especially if you're a young or aspiring game professional, you'll definitely want to get involved with some of the events that we have come in. So make sure you join us for the live so you know what's going on, and you can get in on it. So we're going to have advice for young people and parents or their guardians that are supporting those making their way into games. There's going to be opportunities to learn more about game design from industry professionals, and networking opportunities and exciting activities that we've been working on. So yeah, more about that on the 5th of February. Join us.
Definitely excited. Been a long time coming. So join us there. But we've got a bunch of other things that are coming for GamePad and the mayamada universe. So we have our Studio 77 games night is coming back the end of this month. So usually last Thursdays of each month. We're not sure yet what we're going to be playing, but we will be playing something, and you can watch us play that something here on Twitch, or if you're watching on YouTube, go over to Twitch because that's where we'll be playing. Also check out the highlights from our last or past games nights where we've played Roblox, Rocket League, Fortnite, Identity V. We tried Gartic Phone that one time as well, but might need to do that one again. But yeah, so in time, all the highlights that aren't already there will be coming on YouTube. And also, our Story Club is back. So last year we started the Story Club, which is our live stream deep dives into stories, whether it's comic or manga or video game. So we are going to be talking about Psychonauts 2 with the mental health gaming charity Gaming the Mind on February the 17th. So catch us there from 7 p.m. GMT. And yeah, you'll be able to see what we think about the game. I'm very excited about this because the original Psychonauts, I still have the original CDs somewhere. I know I think they're in my desk here, but I still have that. I really enjoyed that game. Physical CDs. Still have them, couldn't throw it away. So definitely excited to talk about that. So
I'm very excited. It's my first time playing a Psychonauts game.
Yeah.
And I've just gone straight into 2, and yeah, you'll have to wait to hear what I think about it. I'm excited to talk about it.
Cool. And you can become a Studio 77 member today to support the work that we do here at mayamada. You can also get involved with our games nights, plus our interviews and panel events, and get exclusive access to manga and artwork in the mayamada universe.
So each month we like to ask you a question and ask you to vote in our poll to let us know what you think about a certain topic. Last month we were asking you, what does a PlayStation's Spartacus subscription service need to succeed in 2022? And we asked this before obvious news
It's a
came
different
out.
world.
So maybe your answers have changed, but we'll revisit it later on when we might have more information on it, and maybe it'll be more than a rumor. But we'll definitely come back to it. But what you have thought so far? So we had first-party AAA games available on day one as 0%. Interesting. Non-game related content from Sony, for example, films and music, was 14%. Price parity with Xbox Game Pass at 14%. Extended demos and game streaming at 29%. And right on the top, with 43%, a library of games from the first 3 PlayStation generations. I'm actually quite...
I'm surprised. Yeah, that feels upside down to me. That's what I was expecting.
I thought AAA games available would have been well up there, but maybe everyone's like, that's not going to happen. It's not gonna vote on it. Yeah, that's so interesting. I think I voted for non-game related content.
Okay. That would be an interesting one to me as well.
I feel like that's something unique from them.
Yeah.
And I think they need to be unique to compete. Because otherwise they're just forever going to be playing catch up.
Yeah, and that's
and they need to be out. They need to think out of the box and need to come up with their own.
They need some Nintendo thinking in their lives.
Yeah, exactly. This month's GamePad poll, we are asking you: is Microsoft's acquisition of Activision Blizzard good for gaming? So we've given you the options: yes, the creative diversity of games won't be affected, or no, one company shouldn't control this much of the industry. So voting is now live, and the results will be announced in the March GamePad Report video. Obviously, we spoke extensively about this before recording this section, and anyone that's listening or watching the GamePad, the Studio 77 will have our extended opinions on this.
Yeah,
there's a lot to talk about.
Yeah, they're just getting started opinions.
Yeah, they're just first initial, we're still taking this on board opinions. But what's your thoughts? What are you siding with?
Well, I mean, first of all, when I put this poll together, I did consider a third option, but I feel this is so big, there can be no fence sitting. It's either this is so big, it's either good or bad. It's going to change something, and it's whether it's going to change it for the better or not. I don't even know. My feeling is this goes towards. I mean, this isn't a monopoly, but we sort of touched on it goes to giving one company too much control on what happens unless Sony can get a suitable response, and it doesn't need to be the same response, but the game's been stepped up, I feel. So as long as Sony, I think it depends on what Sony, I guess Nintendo as well, but what the competition do. So if this allows the competition to give them a kick to step up and deliver something that is unique, that is still very good, then fine. Have at it. Yeah. If not, then I'd worry about what happens when one company does own so much.
Yeah.
So, yeah, join our podcast. Follow us, because we will definitely be talking about this, and as our thoughts evolve, you will hear about them, sometimes live if you join us here on Twitch. But that has done it for this month's GamePad Report video. Make sure you join our Discord, follow us on Twitch so you can be part of the growing GamePad community. We are working on informing and demystifying the industry and culture through our events and discussions as we work to make it more inclusive for more people. We need more people to play all those games that Microsoft are going to be pumping out. You can also subscribe to us on YouTube so you don't miss another GamePad Report video, and join us live on Twitch, where you can see all the behind the scenes, the stuff that doesn't make it into the final edit that you're watching now. And last, definitely check out the Story X Story podcast. We have a video game roundtable this month, where we'll be talking more about Microsoft, Activision, Blizzard, and some other stuff we can squeeze in there as well. But Tazziii and I,
if we have time.
Only if we have time. There's only so much time. Tazziii and I always also have creator interviews, other video game discussions, and deep dives into stories across pop culture. So definitely check that out. And that's all from us for this month. We will see you again in March. Hey there, I'm Nigel from mayamada. Thanks for watching our video. Don't forget to subscribe and check out the other great videos we have on the channel. You can also join the GamePad Discord and check out the next event at gamepad.events. We'll see you soon.